I cannot stand Mr. Baseball.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I knew it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I tried to throw a little bit back.
Love that logo, love that jersey, love that color scheme, everything about it. All right, welcome back to the second half of the show. All right, let's get into it. We finally were able to do a test recording of Hitz. We got together last Saturday with Dave from the 2216 podcast. It was supposed to be a fight night, but we ended up playing Hitz all night, which I'm not going to complain about. I don't think anyone's going to complain about. Maybe Dave.
Not me, for sure. That's for sure.
Maybe Dave, because he got shellacked a few times.
Yeah, all of a sudden you just hear this, you take the controller.
Yeah, I took the controller down 5-point deficit and lost by 1. So I can't complain about that.
No, and I even picked like one of the low end goalie teams too. I think it was Washington I picked. And at the time,
was Washington. I don't remember who I was even playing as.
And I think the goalie rating for Kolzig was not good either. That's why I picked it, just to kind of give a chance.
But
no, that was fun. We
can talk about this while it's playing, I'm sure.
So basically, like Jason said, we just did a recording of it to see what it would look like. The only thing that's not in this is our voices. So you'll see us
talking. Which is why we're talking about it.
Yeah. So we didn't have a microphone set up because we were just mainly curious on what the audio, or not the audio, but what the video would look like if we could get it to record.
Yeah, we wanted to see
using the capture card. You know, in all essence, so we could do this for future episodes down the line
on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, which we've talked about so far for how many times?
Well, since we've gotten the PlayStation 2 from good friend of the show, other shipper Michael Herrick. Cheap plug. He gets a cheap plug every episode for the other ship, but he's the one who gave us the PlayStation 2 out of the generosity of his heart. So, you can't.
Oh, we put it to use.
I sent him some pictures of us playing, like of your TV, like showing that we were using.
Oh, we put it to use. That's for sure.
If we played for 3 hours, it was like we went back in time 20 years.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Would have had a lot more hair, and I would have had a lot less fat. But
we also would have looked a lot younger too.
Oh yeah, there wouldn't have been a beard. I would have had a beard then. I had some awesome sideburns.
So yeah, basically, I just did it just to, like, we would look at it if it was on the YouTube channel. So, Jason, can you see it? Or it's a blank screen right now?
It's a blank screen right now, yeah.
Okay, so you can. Okay. Let's play. See, like I said, I just did it like we would normally do, like any other show we would on YouTube. Just for giggles on it.
Yes, for those of you listening, we're just going to have to bear with us here.
Yes. Yeah, so right now we're just trying to pick the teams, and we always did New Jersey versus Philadelphia. It was an always thing. Those were the only two teams we actually played.
But we did play as other teams a lot though too. We would just random matchups.
I was going to say we would hit sometimes we would hit the random button, but normally we would hit the normal Devils Flyers.
It's a good rivalry.
Oh yeah,
they're both very close in overall points in the game. So yeah.
Yeah, goaltending was only 2 off. Everything was like very close. It's just skip through it and get to the game.
I don't care, whatever. I mean, there's so much we can talk about. I mean, let's talk about the food last week. So David made cheese dog burnt ends, which were delicious. I made
little smokies and barbecue sauce with. I mixed in. I think it was KC barbecue dry rub into the barbecue sauce, and I put the little smokies in. I just let it cook in a crock pot with it. The burnt ends, I used savory barbecue, rub, and I used Sweet Baby Ray's for the barbecue sauce with it.
And I brought 2 bottles of my homemade beer, which I was very glad that you and Dave enjoyed.
It was very good. Also for like a dipping sauce, I made a bourbon buffalo sauce, which was good. And it's just Sweet Baby Ray's with some bourbon in it. Oh God, the graphics! As soon as we started playing this, no, it's just like just staring at it. Just how many times it's just you stare at it and.
I mean, at the time, it was like, oh my God, it's so lifelike. And I get it isn't, but.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things to where.
It's like putting on an old hoodie that still fits. That's how I look at it.
But the fact is just like, as soon as we turn it on and start playing it, it was just one of those things that's like, wow. It just brought back
I got that
everything.
goal off quick.
That's what she said.
That was a good one-timer. It was the last good one-timer I had all game.
Hey, I was just shocked I was winning face-offs. Because you normally beat me in face-offs. Yeah, just the graphics, though. Like I said, just the nostalgia of just playing like we were in the basement or out in the porch. Took us a while to get back into our back-and-forth rhythm.
I mean, by this point in the night, we were there, though.
Yeah, I mean, we had some good matchups. Really good matchups.
I remember Dave's like, you guys are so intense playing this. And I never really thought we were.
I just think it's just more of just us watching it, just what we're seeing on TV as the old school, what we used to do, and just how competitive we actually were with it. I mean, yeah, we were staring at it. I mean, for those of you watching on YouTube, you can see our reactions in the bottom corner.
Yeah, but I never thought we were that intense playing it the way he was talking about.
No, I don't think we were that too intense. I mean,
even back in the day, I just think we had fun playing it.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I know we got into the game at times, but that's normal.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't think it was like anything more than that.
No. I mean, it was a hell of a game, just in general.
And I think let's talk about something here, because at this point, I don't think it's happening. We did reach out to the play-by-play man for Hitz.
Yeah.
He did get back to us the day I reached out to him, and unfortunately, it went into the show spam folder. And I didn't see it until like a couple days later. I did get back to him. I did email him. He also gave us a phone number. I did reach out. I left a message. We never heard anything from him. We did try to get him on the show. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. And I know it has nothing to do with the size of our show as far as like viewers and listeners, because he's been on shows that have like nothing compared to us. So I don't think that's the reason. I don't know why it didn't happen. We tried. Bums me out that we're not going to have him on probably.
But I remember when you told me that he got back to us, I was like, I just wish we could have gotten that reaction on this, because we were both just like a kid in a candy store. Yeah,
see right away here. I'm in like fight position with the way I'm holding the controller.
Oh yeah, you are. Well, you always whooped me in fights.
Not this
one. Always, which I was shocked on.
Oh, this was a bit of a one-sided fight to begin with Eliash against Roenick.
Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, you just always, doesn't matter who I was, you always whooped me. That's what I was just probably just saying in the video there. 1 second left.
There's the hat trick.
But yeah, no, you always whooped me on fights. You were like just the king of fights. The king of
I will
fights
be
and
your
face-offs.
goon any day, my friend.
At that
Give your
point,
balls a tug.
17-12 in hits, and that number would go way up by the end of this
God,
game.
Ronick's eyes are creepy.
A lot of players in this game are creepy when those pictures.
They are not good pictures.
No, it's like your driver's license picture. They're never good.
Big hit right off the bat.
Yeah, you're always good at those dekes too, to protect the puck.
I didn't feel like it last week.
You were.
Ugh.
But what was weird though is like when we first turned everything on, I held that PS2 controller. I was so used to holding my PS5 controller. It's like, wow, this is a little bit of a difference.
How much? You don't have to say the outright figure, but is that adapter to use the PS5 controllers on the PS2 expensive?
I'm not sure for how many you can use the adapter with, but I think I saw it was like $25.
That's about as much as the wireless ones on Amazon and eBay. So,
but I don't know though if one adapter can do two controllers.
it probably
don't
can't.
know.
What it probably will do is plug into the controller slot and mimic the
So at that point,
PlayStation controller through like a Bluetooth sensor or what.
yeah. But would it be worth though just getting the controller off of Amazon or something, just getting the wireless ones, that way? If it's going to be the same price for two.
Right. But my concern is quality.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the joysticks were sticking a little bit. Because there were definitely some times where my players, and I know it was happening with you and Dave, where your players were going the complete opposite direction of where you wanted them to go.
No, never.
That's just my concern with us planning to do some videos of this for Facebook, or not Facebook, for YouTube, like doing a tournament of some kind. Again, that's just my thought.
No, yeah, I mean, if we could pull it off, yeah. God, I love the hits on this. God,
I can still remember us playing it after your dad got the surround system and hearing the hits in like the second half of the living room.
Boom! It wasn't even like a normal. It's like somebody literally hitting the wall. Is what
nice.
It sounded like. That was nice. God, yeah, how many times we play this outside too? Taking the system outside to play.
I'm really glad we didn't do any 1 minute periods because I think we'd have been there forever, as we've learned.
Yeah, as we have learned.
Oh.
Yeah, once we started playing this and just looking at the names that were
Right.
it was like, wow, that just
Because it's a lifetime ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, it's a lifetime ago.
Sitting in my parents' basement, just
Full from
constantly
Chinese
playing.
buffet.
And then still eating salsa. A gallon of it.
Oh, big hit.
We've ate so much salsa.
That's right. This game went into overtime.
And I think one of the reasons why we were looking to do this reaction video for this one was because of that, where we know we would not be able to duplicate that again. Just because of how good the game was, we would not be able to duplicate this again.
56 hits going into the third period. One thing I thought was interesting is my team had, God, Ronik's face.
I know,
My
right?
team had.
You're
he
having
looks
nightmares
like
now.
he looks like Christopher Lloyd's character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. When he reveals that he's a Toon and he has the
Yes.
Toon eyes.
Absolutely. Now you say that, yes, I can see that. Oh my, that's great.
Jeremy Roenick never coming on the show.
Yeah. I wonder if you would agree with that though, just because of how bad the picture is on this. You know, like I said, they used what you would probably get for a driver's license.
I didn't catch that. That slap shot knocked Brodeur on the ground.
Oh, he's on fire now.
I totally lost my train of thought. And there's the tie game.
Yeah, this was a hell of a game, though. Like I said, we would not be able to duplicate this at all.
You've shown me the EA 3-on-3 game.
Yeah, once.
And it mimics the Hitz gameplay to some degree, but it's missing something.
The graphics?
No, because I feel like.
Well, I should say the nostalgia of the graphics. Because I
don't know if it's the graphics. I think it's the commentary. I think it's the presentation.
Well, the commentary.
It was Midway's niche. They did these games so well.
Well, I think for the threes and this, the commentary is almost about the same. And it has that comedy commentary, and what I do like with the EA threes is when you get a penalty of some sort.
Ah,
it's a penalty shot, not a power play. It's just a regular penalty shot, which I find interesting. Which is always fun.
I just think Midway had such a knack, and they got this and Blitz so right.
They did. Absolutely, they did.
That EA can't really recreate it in the same way. Because it's not EA's thing.
No. I mean, I loved playing Blitz. Of course, we all love playing this. But I 100% agree with that statement. I mean, Midway had the right thing going. It had the right thing going. For that era...
Look at us in that lower corner. We're having so much fun. Like, the score really doesn't matter. It's just about...
No, we're just playing. We're just like the good old days of what we used to do, minus the salsa.
And I'm a triple bullet and Coke Zero in on this. Because I did a David Free pour.
Did you use Bullet or was it Makers?
Oh, it was Makers. You're right. It was Makers.
I couldn't remember because I thought it was.
But still,
I don't remember.
It was not a measured pour.
It was my pour. This is the way I pour drinks.
2 homemade beers and one of those. But I felt fine.
Yeah, this. Like I said, this game is constant. It just brought back so many memories, so much playing. It just that wow factor of like, wow, this is what we used to do with these graphics, and for how much we played that night, for how much we played Saturday night. 82 hits at the end of the third.
Yep.
82 hits, and then there's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But this game was just... like I said, if you're on YouTube looking at us, yeah, we're smiling from ear to ear, or at least I am.
I was.
Oh, yeah, you were.
It's overtime, man.
Oh, it was fun. I mean, the thing is, though, I said this to a buddy of mine. Of
Ugh.
yeah, but there's our reactions too. We were that
We're
into
just we're just done.
we were that into the overtime. And of course we're laughing and giggling.
I
like
do
everything.
think moving forward we need to make it a shootout. Because I think that's how we used to do it back in the day. We did
I don't
shootouts,
remember.
not.
I don't remember how we used to do it. Either way, it was fun to do this. Total was 88 hits total in the game. No, it was.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun.
But yeah, I said to him, I'm playing a PS2 game over my PS5 or PS4. I'm sitting here playing with my PS2. Or not. Yeah, I'm sitting here playing a PS2 game like I used to in the past over the PS4 or PS5. That part just.
But you know what? I would dare to say that is one of the most perfect. It's not a sports simulation game, but it's one of the most perfect arcade sports games to exist. And there's a reason why NBC Sports did a whole article on Hitz 2003. There's a reason John Boy's covering it. Like it is one of the few arcade sports games to get everything right.
And it did. It got everything right.
You have the soundtrack, you have the presentation, you have the replayability,
the commentary.
So much about it is it's great.
Yeah, the Midway definitely got this right. They definitely got it. Just with everything in general. I mean, too bad they could not. I just wish they could have. I just want to see what they would do, like further graphics wise. Like
right.
if Midway stayed the course of this, what would it be today? What would Midway be today with this?
I think their biggest mistake, honestly, was switching to the Blitz Pro and the Hitz Pro and Slugfest Pro. I think switching to that was a mistake, and it hurt the company to some degree because, I mean, they kind of rebounded a little bit there when they did Blitz the League.
But you can only go so far, though. I mean, you go
right.
from... I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked Pro for what it was. Pro, the difference between 03 and Pro was they made it like an actual... It was
5-on-5.
5-on-5, and they made it more like other penalties and things like that, not just what it's meant to be. It was fun, yes. I enjoyed playing it. I really did.
Right,
but this I enjoyed
always
more than anything.
You're not going to a Midway sports game looking for a 2K or an EA game. You're playing a Midway sports game for pick up and play, for playing with friends, for fast-paced, fun arcade action. And Midway was great at doing that, going all the way back to, and I'm really going back here, to super high impact football. If you've ever played super high impact football, that was like the precursor to Blitz. And then they did NBA Jam, and then NHL 2-on-2 Open Ice, and so on. It was their specialty were sports arcade games. And it's why they work so good. So the moment they tried to do a simulation style game, it just wasn't the same. It was a good attempt, but they forgot what brought them to the dance with sports games.
And that NHL that 2-on-2 Open Ice Challenge, that was one of my favorites playing in the arcade. That was one of my favorites. But
if without that, without Super High Impact, which came out before all of them, and without NBA Jam, you don't get Blitz, you don't get Hits, you don't get Slugfest, you don't get Red Card, you don't get Hang Time. Like, they all existed because of that foundation they built in the early to mid 90s.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. I mean, Pro, like I said, Pro was, from what I'm looking at, for a lot of the reception of it, Pro actually, according to their ratings, were not bad. Like 3 out of 5, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10s between GameCube, Xbox, PS2s. But I just don't think it delivered what it actually should have, not with just everything that it gave.
Right. And I agree with you.
So yeah,
Damn.
that was what? Oh
That
yeah, the
lightning.
lightning. Yeah, oh yeah, it was rumbling here a few minutes ago too. It was rumbling here a few minutes ago. Yeah, a nice storm is rolling through our area as we are recording this.
Yeah, maybe we might want to.
Kind of wrap that up here, you know.
Yeah, maybe we might want to do that in case the power goes out.
But no, yeah, doing hits was fun. Like Jason said, we definitely got to do more of this, not just for the show, but just having fun in general.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing we need to figure out next is the microphone part. That's really it.
And I have an extra microphone, and I will remember to bring it with next time.
There you go. Well, other than that, I think everything went well with the video. Everything went well with just putting it together as it would be if we officially put it on the YouTube channel. I thought it looked good, minus the audio, but I think everything looked good on that. Let us know what you guys think of it. So, on that note, that is the end of the second half.
And if you're watching us on YouTube and you see me look away, I'm checking on my pup. So she doesn't do good with storms. So I just got to make sure she's okay. Let's hit the plugs up. Please go listen to our friend Dave and his buddies Jake and Greg on the 2216 podcast. It is a small town rural firefighting podcast. They share their stories about their time in the world of being first responders. They are friends of the show. They do a really great job with their discussions. And, you know, this is something Dave and I were talking about the other night. I mean, they serve a purpose. A lot of the firefighting podcasts out there, he said, are really geared towards the big city people who it's their job. He's like, there's not a lot out there for people who are in a small town and it's volunteers. So he said they're actually getting a lot of good listens and getting a lot of good feedback, and I'm happy for him.
Good. Fantastic.
He's a good guy. I've met Greg and Jake once. They're both good guys, so I'm happy for them. The Other Ship is the pop culture podcast with a pro wrestling lean. Join the Other Ship team as they talk movies, sports, music, TV, food, and, of course, pro wrestling. The rotating group of co-hosts take on various topics and roundtable discussions, interviews, innovative content concepts, and as well as they have special guests joining in the conversation. We already mentioned Michael Herrick, friend of the show, was the gentleman who supplied us with the PlayStation 2 that we are using for the hit stuff that we're going to be doing. Mike's a really good guy, a big foodie. We definitely share photos of our food with each other on a regular basis.
Should have sent them pictures of the burn ends.
I did.
Oh, did you? I didn't know you did.
Yeah, yes, I did. And tonight he made pizza puff pastries.
Oh, there you go.
And they looked pretty freaking amazing, I got to be honest. And I should be on this coming week's episode. I think it's going to post tomorrow, where we talk about snacks that we want back. I mentioned this last time too, but it's finally going to post now. With that, you can catch the Another Sports Podcast wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Audible, iTunes, Pandora, TuneIn, iHeartRadio. You can also find us online by clicking the Linktree link in the description of every episode. That'll take you to our social media accounts, our store, all that fun stuff. That'll take you to our YouTube page if you want to actually sit and watch the Hits game that we played while we're talking about it on this episode. You can do that as well. Just please, wherever you find us, do not forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you for joining us for this 73rd episode of the Non-There Sports Podcast. My name is Jason.
I'm David.
And we will talk with you next time.
Have a good one.